My mom doesn't need to ask where I'm going. She's already there. Yesterday, she showed up on my date with Sarah, sitting in a booth at the diner, pretending to read a menu until Sarah went to the restroom and she slid in across from me, her smile as tight as a knot. My reality is a low-grade hum of anxiety. It's the slight vibration of my iPhone on the nightstand, and knowing the notification isn't for me, but for the tracking app on her iPad. It's the weight of my backpack, which I'm sure has a GPS tracker sewn into the lining, a sleek little AirTag she probably calls a safety device. I'm 17, but my shoulders have the permanent slump of a man twice my age. I come home from school and my bedroom door has to stay open an inch. It's about airflow, she says. My bank account, which holds the $457 I've earned bagging groceries, sends her a notification for every $5 debit. She drives a pristine white Lexus RX, wears Tory Burch flats, and tells her friends at the country club how responsible I am. From the outside, we are a perfect portrait of suburban success. Her justification for this has always been my cousin, Kevin. He was the family cautionary tale, the boy who got into pills, crashed his car, and ended up in a rehab facility at 19. I will not let that happen to you, Alex, she'd say, her voice soft and reasonable, her hand on my arm. The world is full of dangers you can't see yet. This isn't about trust. It's about love. I'm protecting your future. For a long time, I almost believed her. The cameras in the living room, the weekly drug tests she ordered online, they were all layers of her love, a fortress built to keep me safe. It was a suffocating, insane kind of logic, but it was the only one I had. The discovery happened by accident on a Tuesday in October. I needed my birth certificate to apply for a driver's permit, and she told me it was in the filing cabinet in her home office. The office was her sanctuary, a place of organized, sterile control. I found the file labeled Alex Vitals, but underneath it was another older one simply labeled Michael, my father. He left when I was 6. The story was always vague. He couldn't handle the pressure. He needed to find himself. I pulled out a thin stack of papers. They weren't divorce proceedings. They were medical records. A diagnosis from 2011 for bipolar I disorder, hospital admission forms, a prescription history for lithium, and at the bottom, a single folded letter written in his hand. It was dated a week before he left for good. Carol, it read. You can't do this. You can't watch me every second waiting for me to break.
He is not me.
Don't punish our son for my sickness. Don't turn our home into a beautiful prison. The fortress wasn't for me. It was for him. I was just the new inmate. I didn't yell when she came home. I didn't throw the papers at her. I just sat at the polished granite island in our kitchen, the letter placed squarely in the middle. She walked in, dropping her keys in the porcelain bowl, the familiar clink echoing in the silence. She saw the letter, and the perfect, composed mask of her face didn't crack. It dissolved. I was looking for my birth certificate, I said. My voice was flat, devoid of the anger I thought I'd feel. You weren't scared I'd become Kevin, were you? You were scared I'd become him? She stood there, her expensive handbag slipping from her shoulder. For a moment, I saw not a warden, but a terrified woman, trapped in a past she couldn't escape.
I couldn't lose you too, she whispered.
I couldn't go through that again. It wasn't an apology. It was an explanation, and somehow that was worse. That night, I packed a duffel bag, not to run away, but to breathe. I called my aunt, my dad's sister, and asked if I could stay for a while. There were no arguments left. The next morning, I walked out the front door and sat in my aunt's car parked at the curb. I took out my iPhone, went into the settings for the Find My app, and scrolled down the list of people I was sharing my location with. I tapped her name. A prompt appeared. Are you sure you want to stop sharing your location? I pressed the red letters. On the screen, a small final notification appeared. You have stopped sharing your location with Carol.